It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media.
Every day opens a new door to grow, to build relationships. Every moment, a chance to do more. To buy a home, grow a business, start a family. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Rose Hill Gymnasium is the venue. It is the 97th edition of the Catholic High School Basketball League Championships. And the champs are here. Danny Carbucia and Stepinac hoping to lift that trophy for a third consecutive time. St. Ray's, they're looking to win their first since 2012. At St. Raymond's, it's Archbishop Stepinac. It is a CHSAA AA intersectional championship game, and it is presented by Maspeth Federal Savings. We thank Maspeth Federal Savings so much for their sponsorship of today's Catholic High School Basketball League Championship game. Well, a pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Dylan Butler alongside Oliver Antigua. And you have coached in this league. We both went to school in this league. So in a way, we're lifers, and this is special, the 97th edition of the Catholic High School Basketball League Championship. And you consider all the names of the past, right? Felipe Lopez, Lou Alcindor, Kenny Anderson. They've all played on this court. They've all been in this venue. And now it's a chance for today's stars to shine.
No question about it. In New York City royalty, the Catholic High School League City Championship at Fordham University. It's a privilege and an honor to grace this floor. And today, we're going to have two great teams go at it to see who can hoist the trophy.
And two familiar foes as well. Fourth meeting this season between Stepinac and St. Ray's. Before we dive into all those great storylines, let's take a look at the bracket, see how these two teams made their way to the championship game. And both here on Thursday night. And it was St. Ray's beating St. Francis Prep. Got off to a hot start in that one. Held off a late run by the Terriers to reach their first final since 2012. And in their seventh consecutive Final Four, Stepinac, again, they also got off to a hot start. They beat Christ the King by 20 to make their sixth consecutive final. Let's show you some of those moving images from Thursday night right here at Rose Hill Gymnasium. It started with St. Ray's and Oliver. They couldn't miss a shot early on. An incredible first quarter. You see the run here. They scored in about any way you could, and they held on. And Stepinac also got out to a big lead.
Yeah, and they came out ready to roll. You see Danny getting to the basket. A lot of contributions from a lot of their key guys. You see there Ratliff attacking the rim. Jervis was terrific, and Danny set the stage for this matchup that we now have this afternoon.
Yeah, Danny Carbucia, we'll speak more about him in the open, but has really raised his level, which was already sky high, to almost legendary status for Archbishop Stepinac. But first we start with the Ravens of St. Ray's. It has been a long time. You weren't broadcasting with us at the time. You were on the bench when the Ravens last played in this championship and won this championship again. Back in 2012, a win over Holy Cross. This is the 11th run to a championship game for St. Ray's, and the first for George Lopez, a guy who once upon a time was your assistant coach. He has tried to get his guys to this game, and finally, led by some special seniors, he's done just that.
Yeah, and last year had a tough loss to Nazareth in a great semifinal game. Was basically one possession away. Those guys learned from that lesson. Comes back with a dynamic duel in Brandon Storrs and Ty Turnage, 2 seniors, 4-year guys. Ravens through and through, has carried this program, and both had success. Both going to college, and now they have one thing left to do is to restore the city title back to Parkchester.
Yeah, if they have a checklist, college commitment, check. Brandon Storrs going to Georgia Tech. Ty Turnage recently committing to Quinnipiac. Set individual highlights. Well, they're the top 2 all-time leading scorers in school history. Scored 2,000 points, scored 1,000 points. All those individual milestones have been met. But you're right, for Turnage and Storrs, 2 guys who will be incredibly impactful for St. Ray's should they make that next step and lift that trophy this afternoon.
And the first 2 guys that we're going to look at who are really keys for today's game is Ty Turnage, senior point guard, really runs the show. Excellent shooter for a guard. He's done a great job of slashing and getting to the basket. Really important for him to have a big-time night. Can score it with the best of them. And he needs to really get it going. And this guy here, Brandon Storrs, the bodega, the man, the myth, the legend, explode for 27 last game out. He's really the go-to guy. And for St. Ray's to have a chance tonight to upset the defending champions, he's got to score, Dylan, in all facets of the game, from inside, from deep, and in from the foul line.
George Lopez says he doesn't think he's seen a better version of Brandon Storrs than he did in the semifinals. Well, he's hoping Storrs has a little more extra in his locker this afternoon to maybe raise that level and, again, help St. Ray's lift that trophy. Well, lifting a trophy is something synonymous with the guys from White Plains. Archbishop Stepinac, in recent years, they have been that team. Whatever college program you want to throw out there, this is the standard bearer right now in the Catholic High School League. Consider the fact this is their 6th consecutive finals appearance. Again, let that sink in. In such a tough league, in one of the best leagues in the country, they've reached the final day 6 consecutive times. And they're, again, just a team that they can hurt you in so many ways. They're a true definition of a program, because when you lose a generational talent in Boogie Flan, you lose a Division I player in Braylon Ritvo, other teams might take a couple of years to bounce back from that, but not at Stepinac.
We're going to start a petition to the administration, the president. We need a statue up there of Coach Massaroni with all these wins that he's stacking up. And going for 3 in a row, even extremely hard to do, like you mentioned. Not an easy task, night in, night out. Every team gives you the best shot when you're the big dog on campus. Same thing he expects today. You got to keep those kids ready and motivated to take everyone's best shot. No days off, 8 games, and this should be an exciting matchup.
Yeah, Archbishop Stepinac 3-2 overall in championship meetings. They've won all 3 this year against St. Ray's, who are 2 guys who will be instrumental in perhaps another championship. It's your 2 leaders, Danny Carbucia and Josiah Jervis.
Yeah, these 2 guys have been playing lights out in the playoffs, and it really starts with this guy, Danny, setting the tone. When you have your senior leader, UMass commit, locked in, running the show, gives yourself a confidence that you know your ball is in great hands. Beautiful finishing, attacking the basket. And now, Dylan, he's had another level to this game. He's been hitting outside shots and jump shots, making them tough to guard. And this guy's the quiet assassin, Josiah Jervis. You look up, he's got double digits. He can shoot it from deep. He can take it to the rim. He defends. He gets on the transition. And he can finish with the best of them in the business. High major prospect, Josiah Jervis.
Yeah, you mentioned Carbucia. Messed around and got a triple-double in the quarterfinals. And how about 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists in the semifinals? He is not done. There is no doubt about that. So, we've met the players to watch, or guys that we know will have big impacts, but there's always going to be an X factor in this game. And both teams have a special X factor in this one.
Yeah, for sure. And You know, you always need a third guy to step up. Your stars can cancel each other out. Who's going to be that player that's going to step up and help you get over the top?
And these are two guys right here, Najee Best for St. Ray's and Adonis Ratliff for Stepinac.
And when you look at Najee Best, one of the best shooters in the city, this 6'4" junior can really shoot it. Last game out, went 5 for 9, 3 for 6 from 3 for 15 points. Can knock down, and I'm sure Stepinac's going to watch him on the perimeter. And if you're St. Raymond's, you got to be careful. Adonis Ratliff, what did he do in the Archdiocese final? 26 and 13. He is not your traditional big. He can shoot it and score from deep. You got to respect him when he's on the floor. Triple threat, can handle it, and he can hit it from way downtown.
Yeah, those two guys, Best 15 and 5 in the semifinals, and Adonis Ratliff a double-double as part of that great performance for Stepinac against Christ the King. So we identified the impact players, the X factors as well. And now, Oliver, time to look at the keys for both of these teams. How do you unlock this championship? And here's how both teams hope to do so.
So St. Raymond's real key is the transition defense. Coaches knows this team is very deadly, must sprint back and match up. They got to defend at a championship level. Coach wants 60 points or less. That's their team goal. We can see if they can slow down this high-powered offense, and they must share the basketball. Coach Massaroni's probably going to double-team Stores throughout the floor. Got to kick it and make down open shots. And for Stepinac, they want to slow down the big three. We talked about Turnage. We talked about Stores and Best. Those are key stops in the scouting report. You want to make sure they get back and be solid in transition and control the glass.
This is going to be so much fun. The 97th edition of the CHSAA Intersectional Championship. We'll have starting lineups and the opening tip when we return here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any team looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
The loose ball, Keyshawn White has it. He's just going to let it fly. Oh! Keyshawn White from half court. That is cash! What a way to end the third quarter!
As West barks out the signals. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside!
Varsity Media offers sports coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media's hype videos stand out with dynamic visuals and storytelling. Our primary goal is to create a memorable impression, excitement, and interest that encourages viewers to engage and participate. Our hype video can be shown on stadium video boards, social media, and school websites. Our hype videos are the perfect feature to get your community amped up for the team and the big game.
This, the second Sunday of March. It's the 97th edition of the Catholic Intersectional Championship. Dylan Butler, Oliver Antigua, our entire Varsity Media crew here for round number 4 between these two teams this year. They met 10 days apart in the regular season. On January 7th at St. Ray's, it was Stepinac winning by 3. 10 days later up in White Plains, they won by 9. And then at the Mount on February 22nd in the Archdiocese Championship game, a 5-point win for Stepinac. That's all told 3 wins by 17 combined points. Not a lot separating these two teams. But for St. Raymond's, they've got to figure out how they could finally beat Stepinac. And no doubt for Stepinac, there's got to be a swagger. Hey, listen, we played these guys 3 times. They cannot beat us. They will not beat us today. Let's take a look at the starters for St. Ray's. We already mentioned Turnage, Besson, Stores, Luis Carrillo Moss, and Ibrahima Kamara. They're going with double bigs for the first time since that first meeting in the Bronx.
And no question that Moss is somebody that's got to really step up and defend the bigs, win the glass, and sometimes he's a nice outside threat. Look for him to have an impact in this game as well.
And there is Brandon Stores. Pat Massaroni says he makes shots you just cannot defend. And George Lopez, the St. Raymond's head coach, always dapper. His 13th season at the helm, 1992 graduate of Sacred Heart. He's hoping Brandon Stores makes some unstoppable shots as well this afternoon. So now Archbishop Stepinac, 24-4 on the season. We will meet their starters. And we mentioned Carbusia, Ratliff, and Jervis. Hassan Karesi, a guy who is currently celebrating Ramadan, so he's not eaten during sunrise today or since sunrise today. The other night, though, a double-double in quarter number 1. He was so impactful in that semifinal win.
And such a talented guard, can beat you many ways, and really the deepest team in the city is Stepinac, and it's a reason why they're the favorite here tonight. It's going to take a tremendous effort on the defensive end to slow this well-oiled machine.
And the head coach of Stepinac is Pat Massaroni, 10th season at the helm, 2006 graduate of Archbishop Stepinac. We know one thing about Pat today. Rooster's Deli out of White Plains delivered the chicken cutlet, lettuce, tomato, mayo, black pepper on a roll, because that's how he rolls. Indeed. There's a look at the huddle, final huddle there for Archbishop Stepinac before this championship final. Pat is a guy who is all about he's very superstitious. So he made sure.
About his routine.
Yes.
Same routine.
Our officiating crew for today's final, a veteran crew. Steve Salustio, Arnold Saunders, and Anthony Carnaccio. For Salustio and Saunders, they have been in multiple championship games, and congratulations to Carnaccio, his first on this floor wearing the stripes.
And I can attest from real life action, both those guys have covered my games, 2 of the best in the business. We're in good hands today, and let's get ready to rock and rumble.
St. Ray's 17-12. False start there from Ty Turnage. They're going to say it's a jump ball, and Stepinac will have the possession.
Yeah, Turnage moved before the toss. It was a violation, so you're getting it off the arrow.
And we will see this matchup, and it has favored Carbusia in the 3 previous meetings. And already a foul off the ball.
Yeah, and the refs want to establish the way this game is going to be played, and right off the bat, the no hand checking. So that was a quick call, sets the tone. Players got to adjust, move your feet, talk on defense.
That foul against Luis Carrillo Moss. Good hands by Turnage. Carbusia picked up the loose ball. Bounce pass in the paint, stolen by Stores. And now the Ravens get to run. Pull up, 3. Side rim no good. Caresi the rebounds. And now Stepinac can run. Here is Jervis. He'll go baseline to Ratliff. No good. Caresi the rebounds. Jervis to the other corner, and he'll bury that triple.
And that's one of the things, if you're St. Raymond's, you got to make sure you rebound. Can't give these guys second chances. They're too good, and Jervis knows what to do with it.
So first settled opportunity offensively. And there's Carrillo Moss. Size advantage for Luis Carrillo, so he backs down his defender and scores inside.
And great call by Coach Lopez, establishing the inside. Goes to Moss. Beautiful left-handed hook. High percentage shot. Like to see that.
And you consider, too, for Stepinac in that semifinal win, as there goes Carbucia to the lane. They had 44 points in the paint, Stepinac did in that semifinal win.
Yeah, that's a great stat. It's hard to overcome that.
Turnage had it. Jump ball is called. It'll stay with the Ravens, and I think Turnage was like just waiting. Like, can you please call the jump ball? I don't want to waste the timeout. I know we will have possession. And there's Storrs. Important today, Oliver, for Storrs to stay out of foul trouble. He fouled out in the quarterfinal and had to sort of toe that line in the semifinal. Tough jumper on the baseline off the mark, and it will go to Stepinac.
Yeah, and that's something that he's got to do a good job of understanding. Sometimes when you're the best player, giving up a basket is better than committing a cheap foul, because he needs to stay on the floor as much as he can.
Yeah, so valuable on both ends. Carbucia into the lane, the kick out. Caressi for three. Good.
And when your point guard is always driving, looking for his team, is the unselfishness. Most guards will shoot that. He was under control, found Caressi, kick out three. Beautiful execution by the senior.
And for Stepinac, now you've got two guys who have knocked down triples. When they get multiple guys doing that, as they did in the quarterfinals, they are dangerous. Jervis leaks out, layup, count it.
And that is the challenge for St. Raymond's. If you turn the ball over, the quick transition, Jervis gets out on the break, and this is a locomotive coming full steam. The Metro North, first stop, Fordham Road.
30-second timeout by St. Ray's. And they were the team that forced that in the semifinal win against St. Francis Prep. Again, that first quarter, if you could bottle that for St. Ray's, you would have an incredible season. Consider the fact they got out to a 25-11 lead. They shot 10 of 15 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. That was in the first 8 minutes alone. But Stepinac, on the other hand, they did something similar. They went out to a 21-10 lead in that first quarter over Christ the King.
So if you're watching the game right now, this is the Danny show. Danny drive downhill, layup. Danny drive downhill, kick out for the three. He's really been a menace. St. Raymond's has got to keep him out of the lane and make some other guys make plays, because right now Danny's in a comfort zone.
And that was the key for so many of Stepinac's opponents this year. And of course, that's easier said than done, but keeping Carbucia out of the lane as the head of the snake, that cuts off a few other things that Stepinac wants to do. Here's Bess. Carrillo Moss, top of the key, buries his three.
Now that play happened because Stepinac sent two as soon as Storrs touched the ball. So we're going to watch that defense. Nice job of Storrs getting it out, and Moss hitting the three.
Ball goes off Jervis's foot. So turnover for Stepinac.
So coach is showing us their hand and how they're going to guard Storrs, giving them a lot of attention.
Turnage guarded closely by Carbucia. Takes a step, goes up and under. Storrs for an open three. Side rim, no good. And here comes Carbucia the other way.
Oh, my God.
What a look down low. And the rejection by Kamara. And Ibrahima Kamara, especially in the two regular season games, was in beast mode against Stepinac. Consider 10 rebounds in that first game and then 16 in the second.
And St. Ray's going to need him to plug up that paint, because that was almost an easy basket, but great effort by him to get a block shot and keep him off the scoreboard.
Jervis. Back rim, no good. Loose ball, where we going? It's Storrs. Turnage, Carrillo Moss. And back to Bess. And now the 4-year starting point guard will look to operate.
They're playing Storrs very aggressive on the perimeter. Caressi is trying to make him hard to see. And really extending too, way out.
Yeah, his best with 7 now. Steps back, the 3. Back rim no good. Kamara and Carbusia battle for that basketball. Carbusia, some dance steps there in the corner. Here's Caressi, drives at 2 Ravens. No good, stores the rebound. Checks the rear view, nearly loses the ball, gets the best. The one more. Turnage for 3. Bang!
And that's beautiful transition offense. Sharing is caring. Multiple guys touched it, and Todd knows what to do with it. Big time 3 for Turnage.
Best cuts off the baseline for Jervis. He's got to reset to Caressi. Some energy now from that St. Ray's bench, and that's a cheap foul that Ty Turnage did not want to pick up.
And he's not happy with the call, but it was obvious. Once Danny's so strong and big, you can't try to reach. You're not going to take the ball from him. Fight back around, get your position so you don't have to make that play. Got a little more discipline when you're guarding Danny.
It's a nice spurt off that timeout for the Ravens. They've cut their deficit to 2. Look at Carbusia.
And that's where you got to pick your poison. Pick and roll with Ratliff and Danny. Both can hurt you. They were worried about Ratliff and forgot Danny can score. And he did a nice drive to the basket.
Oh, that was like you in the Bronx River. You saw that lane open up.
I'm going through that one.
Cadeo Moss loses it. And here comes Ratliff, the point forward to the point guard. Missed it, but Perry's there. He also misses it. Caressi, the 3rd offensive rebound. And Hassan was fouled.
And you got to love the sharing of the basketball when your center's leading the break and they had a great opportunity, missed it, but not 1. They got not 2. They got 3 offensive rebound opportunities, and now Caressi's going to the line for 2 shots.
So Caressi to the line to shoot 2. That first one rims out. He has had a special postseason as well. Caressi, he averages just under 11 points a game, 5 rebounds. There's a look at his numbers, Caressi, and it's remarkable to think as well, currently fasting, right? I mean, night games you're fine, and that was the case the other night, but unable to eat during Ramadan.
Listen, if I don't eat breakfast, I can't function, let alone come out here and strap up and play a full game, you know, with the big lights and a lot of pressure. So credit to all those kids. St. Ray's is Ibrahim as well is fasting as well.
And Hassan Cisse.
And Cisse.
And there is a foul on Caressi.
So there's a big steak dinner at the end of this game for somebody.
I'll be at the Pine.
Great spot in the Bronx. Shout out to the Pine Restaurant.
Here's Storrs underneath.
Maybe we can get him as a corporate sponsor next year.
All right, well, you work your magic. There's Kamara. And you see the change now for St. Ray's. They didn't go double big, and there's one of those almost impossible shots to defend. Kamara tried to keep that possession alive, but there's Josh Rivera. And he too has had a terrific postseason for Stepinac. Ratliff steps out, open 3. He can hit those. That one doesn't fall, and Best gets the rebounds.
And I like what Coach Masserini did. He went to Rivera, who's 6'7". He put him on Storrs, factoring in with his hand up, making it tough for him to make those shots. So nice adjustment.
And the 6'9" Ratliff gets the rebounds. Carbusia right in front of the St. Ray's bench. He misses that 3. It's been an Achilles heel for Carbusia for most of the season, but he's gotten better at that. Ty Turnage going right at Ratliff. Loose ball. Heady play by Kamara. Transferred in this year from JFK PSAL program in the Bronx.
And he's been a great surprise for Coach Lopez. Loves his energy, his hustle, only getting better. Room for improvement, but gives him a nice presence. And Ty Turnage normally against any other team drives and makes a layup, but when you got a 6'9" shot blocker, he makes it very hard to make those plays. So Stepinac's defense has been excellent in this first quarter.
And you see what Lopez has done there too, right? He started double bigs, But now it's Creel Moss and Kamara sharing that one responsibility of playing in the post. With 4 in the shot clock, Stores for 3, front rim no good. Ratliff the rebounds.
Well defended again. Advantage Stepinac.
And you get the feeling, and it wasn't in our call with Pat Massaroni, but it's going to be like anybody but Brandon beats us today.
Yeah, you can see that already.
Creel Moss looks for another triple, off the mark. Loose ball, and it will be St. Ray's basketball.
And you can't get a better look, and Moss can knock those down. Wide open threes, just right now, nothing's going in for St. Raymond's.
Yeah, the Ravens 3 of 12 from the field right now. That's for 25%. Stepinac not a lot better. They're only 5 of 14 right now.
One of these guys got to get going and try to help Stores out.
Here's Turnage. And Arnold Saunders has the foul. That's that hand check you mentioned before. That going against Carbucia, his first. Dylan Perry checks back in the game for Adonis Ratliff.
Yeah, and I like Ty being aggressive there because he knows with everyone's struggling. So maybe try to make a one-on-one move, draws the foul. See if they can get a nice bucket here.
Creel Moss rejected by Perry.
What a physical block there by Perry. You gotta love that.
Rivera, the one more. Caressi. The runner.
And you gotta love his ability to make shots. That's a one-on-one individual play. No screen needed. I can just take my guy and shoot over the top. Beautiful shot by Caressi.
Turnage. 25 left in this first quarter. Here's Stores. They work it around to Bess off the Creel Moss screen. 7 on the shot clock. Turnage steps back. 3. Off the rim, no good. Loose ball. It's Perry, Carbucia who comes away. Carbucia, half court. Carbucia just short of that one. And after 8 minutes, Oliver, it is Archbishop Stepinac with a 15-8 lead. They've got weapons, Oliver, and a lot of them.
No question. The warm-up quarter, as we call it. Here it is, a nice look, offensive rebound. Caressi kicks out. Jervis is going to spot up. Moss is late. Can't be that. He is a knockdown, deadly three-point shooter. Stepinac has the lead.
First quarter in the books. It's the Catholic League Championship game, and it's all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
This is Jalen Brunson. You're watching Varsity Media.
Every day opens a new door to grow, to build relationships. Every moment, a chance to do more. To buy a home, grow a business, start a family. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Back here at Rose Hill Gymnasium, a look at Hassan Caressi and the Crusaders. Good first quarter for Caressi. In 8 minutes, 6 points for Caressi, 3 rebounds. Hey, those are down numbers from the first quarter against Christ the King. He had a double-double in that first quarter alone.
St. Ray's comes out in some kind of a matchup zone to try to throw off here their offensive rhythm.
That's what George Lopez said. We will see multiple looks. A 3-2, a 1-3-1. Maybe even, as we saw in the quarterfinals, a boxing one. That's what they did on the Player of the Year. And Jervis knocks down another triple. They did that against Halon Rollins and Nazareth, and that was successful. 10-point lead now for the Crusaders.
And nice job on offense. Veteran team doesn't panic, move the ball around, and Jarvis is a zone buster. That's the one guy you can't leave open, Dylan.
Yeah, 2 for 3 from 3. Stores playing some bully ball, gets to the basket.
That's the first bucket for Brandon Stores and for St. Raymond's to have a chance, he needs to get going, but he's got to be patient because they're really keen on him defensively.
Yeah, you consider the numbers on the year, especially for the big three for St. Ray's, as it's Carbusia driving, went under, Perry, rejection, second chance opportunity though, and Dylan Perry finishes.
And great effort on both ends. Kamara with the big time block, and Perry's second jump, gets it back and puts it in. Nice job, doesn't get a lot of mention on it, but really important.
And Cuddy Moss, a big three of his own, another one for the big fella.
And that's a great sign for Coach Lopez. If he can make those shots, that can open the floor a little bit up for Stores.
And to your point again, right, your big three for St. Ray's, they average 47 points for St. Ray's, and St. Ray's scores 67 in a game. So yeah, you need Stores to get going, and this guy as well. He's that third wheel, that X factor we identified before the start of the game, Najee Bess.
Yeah, the kid from Harlem can stroke it, shoot it with the best of them. Has to find daylight because he can be a nice offensive contributor.
Carbusia swings it, open Jervis, he's been hot. Back rim no good. Caresi and Ratliff at the scorer's table. Stores, the kick out. Cuddy Moss again, yeah!
And he's feeling it, and he turns to the bench and to Coach. Get me the rock, Coach. He's pumped up. Moss with the third free. Beautiful looking shot by the junior.
Rivera up top to Jervis. Here's Carbusia. Cuddy Moss already with 11 in this one. Carbusia behind the back to the basket, no good. That went off of Perry, and it is St. Ray's ball.
Nice defensive effort. They switched everything there, so it looks like a zone, but it was actually man-to-man with switches. Confused it. Got to stop. Good job, and now we're going the other way.
And this kind of speaks to a little bit of maybe a good problem, right, for Pat Massaroni. He's got so much depth that you try to figure out the five that you have on the court, right? And maybe sometimes it's just not right. And it's just kind of trying to identify that ability as Stores. Again, powers to the basket, and guess what, we are tied at 20.
Did you see that? He hung on in the air and shot over 3 defenders. Degree of difficulty, extremely high for the Bodega.
The look inside, Perry, and he got both Kamara and Cuddy Moss. So one of those guys, it's Cuddy Moss picking up his second foul, but another look.
And what a gorgeous dish from Jervis. St. Raymond's is like a lot of penetration right now, and you're seeing all these, whether it's Daniel, just Jervis getting deep in the zone, and they really got to keep him outside the paint.
And this is part of the issue for George Lopez, right? Because when you play both, for a large portion of the year, you have Cuddy Moss and Kamara. That's like 10 fouls, but they're not on the floor at the same time. Now you do have them on the floor at the same time. Now you risk them both getting the foul trouble. So Cuddy Moss has to go to the bench, and again, red hot to start. So you cool him off a little bit by going to the bench now. Hassan Cisse in for the Ravens.
And he gets punished, but it happened on the perimeter, so the guards got to keep them out of the lane so the bigs don't get in that foul trouble. And that's part of your team defense.
And some minutes as well for Kanye Lewis, 6'3" senior. That free throw good. Looks like Stores took a shot to the nose. So they're going to check him out.
He's got to wait a minute before he can come back in. Clock, second has to come on.
And that's exactly what Steve Salustio told George Lopez.
I didn't see where he got hit. Maybe he was one of those 3 guys on him.
Yeah, I think they're.
Oh, one of the camera guys on the baseline.
That's like six hands.
Trying to block a shot, right?
From way downtown, Turnage. And that's one of the things that Ty Turnage does so well. He draws the foul. He makes the official make a call.
And that's a beautiful flare screen set up by Coach Lopez for a shooter, and the defense was a little too aggressive. And now Ty tries to make them pay from the foul line.
Turnage, an excellent free throw shooter. His numbers on the year, there you see it, 89%. And a lot of times when we see him struggle from the field, he makes up for it at the foul line, misses the second.
And a congratulations to Coach to Ty Turnage, who just committed to Quinnipiac, and head coach Tom Pecora is in attendance watching his future point guard.
Yeah, what a week it is for Ty Turnage, right? You reach the final for the first time. There's a good look at Dad, coach of Holy Cross, Billy Turnage. But you win in the quarterfinals, right? And cramped up, had a little bit of almost like a Willis Reed moment where he stayed on as Caressi inside, can't get it off the hands of Perry. Then he goes to school on Monday and there's a knock on the door. Oh, hey, it's Coach Pecora. We would like to offer you a scholarship. It was the place that Ty Turnage wanted to go to. He's a heady guy, right? He's a son of a coach, so he studies all these things. And it was Quinnipiac he felt was the best fit. Commits on Monday, then on Thursday, gets his team to this game. And now on Sunday, a full week in the life of Ty Turnage. He's playing in the 97th edition of the Catholic League Championship. Stores trying to play bully ball on Caressi. Off the mark, no good. Rebound goes to Ratliff.
Nice job by Stepinac. They scouted that. They know he loves that baseline fadeaway. Challenging and making him work really hard on the offensive end, Dylan. Nothing easy for Stores today.
And Ratliff misses the three. And right away, Pat Massaroni looks over at Ratliff. Ratliff shaking his head. He said, hey, stay in it, big fella. Get something on this side now.
Coach Pat is a veteran. He understands the ebbs and flows of games, and as long as his team is defending, he knows he has a shot down the stretch.
And Stores a little bit out of control there, a traveling violation.
And what Brandon's not going to have success trying to score quick on this loaded Stepinac defense. Coach is going to have to move him around, find a way to get him in a space where they can't double him, where he can try to get to score.
Here's Carbucia. And interesting here, too, a little bit of switch defensively as Ratliff now on the baseline. It was best guarding Carbucia.
Nice
Turnage,
pass.
the look, Kamara, no! And that's one you've got to get if you are St. Ray's, and now the double jeopardy of it. You missed the layup, and now you get your second foul.
Yeah, it's a tough break there for Kamara. You know, this is one of those signs he plays so hard, but you know he's really working on his skill to really learn how to finish, and that one, I'm sure he wants to get it back. Point blank range in a game that's tough to score. You gotta reward yourself for running the floor, big fella.
22 apiece, 2:35 left in quarter number one.
Again, St. Raymond's playing a switching zone defense here, trying to throw off this high-powered offense.
That was so well defended by Stores, but Caressi took a page out of Stores' book and said, here, I'm scoring on you the way that you score on us.
Yeah, and what a nice job by the 6'5" guard from Harlem. I call him the Harlem Wizard. Long length, he puts it down, sees the defense, can't find an opening, raises up, contested, but knocks down the beautiful jump shot.
Yeah, you consider his brothers Umar and Suleiman, both played college basketball. They both grew to be like 6'8", 6'9" in their senior year. Caressi's a junior at 6'5", and that's the hope for him, certainly. And you got guys like VCU, Richmond, UMass, all on the trail of Hassan Caressi. A lot of Division I coaches, head coaches, assistant coaches here in the Bronx this afternoon.
Shout out to Coach Antigua in Illinois and Coach Jeff Alexander in the building, checking out the young talent.
I was about to say, you're not the only Antigua in the building today.
Huge win against Purdue and getting ready for the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis.
Although Big Brother's got a better seat than you.
The Illini in the building. checking out the future.
Little weave off the timeout for St. Ray's. Here is CHSAA.
Nice job.
And
Tough call.
And that foul on Caresi as they tried to feed Stores in the high post. His second. Zaire Johnson checks in for the Ravens.
And Pat is not happy, and he's giving the ref an earful on the tic-tac.
Well, for the record, he said he liked this crew in our text exchange as early as about 11 o'clock this morning.
I tell you, for a big-time game, both coaches have been very impressive and under control. And that was out of control.
Yeah, forced by Johnson. Here's Carbusia. Ooh, Carbusia! He brought it from the playground. Can't get the finish, though. And now Johnson the other way to Turnage. Turnage blocked by Ratliff. Here's Caresi to the corner. Rivera. Ratliff. Tough contested jumper. Off the mark. Look out. Carbusia tried to jump Stores, and Stores, he gets fouled by Rivera. So Brandon Stores will go to the line. And this one right into your living room. Stores, you see the shot on the arm. Great look there from Ron Pierre on the baseline. And this will send Brandon Stores to the foul line. He too, a very good free throw shooter. You see the numbers, 82% on the year for St. Ray's all-time leading scorer. He knocks down both, and we are tied at 24. A minute 10 left here in the first half. Carbusia. Now Jervis for three. Side rim, no good. Same team on the rebounds. And it goes to Stores. Inside the final minute, St. Ray's looking to take a lead. They go to Best. He wasted no time. That was long. Now Jervis leaks out, but that pass was long. St. Ray's has not led in this entire first half. But with 49 seconds left, that's what the Ravens have an opportunity to do here. Stepinac's largest lead was 10. That was at 20-10. As it is Turnage. Bounces it to Johnson. Johnson finds a way. Johnson rejected by Ratliff. Here's Carbusia. Carbusia! Carbusia doing Carbusia things as Jack Coco checks into the game now for Rivera. Nothing easy, says Pat Massaroni. As it's Turnage with 10. Here's Stores. He goes baseline, and he will go back to the line. That foul is on Perry, his second. And Stores, who just knocked down 2 free throws, back to the line. Knocks down his first, scored his 2,000th point this season. And actually in the postseason for Stores, the Georgia Tech commit. He knocks them both down. 26 all, 6 seconds left first half. Carbusia drives, nearly lost it. 3 by Jervis, no good. And at halftime, we are tied at 26. So it was a 20-10 lead for Stepinac. that lead got whittled down, and ultimately we are tied at 26. We'll send it down courtside where Oliver Antigua has Pat Massaroni.
Coach, we're tied up at halftime in the city championship game. Tell me, what did you like about your guys so far in a great back-and-forth battle?
I thought we came out, right? We hit them early, they came back. They got like it's a weird like 2-1-2, 3-2 quasi matchup. Credit to them for that. We'll make an adjustment. We got some guys pressing that normally make shots, right? But great basketball game here. We got to adjust just like they did in that second quarter.
Defensively, you're doing a terrific job of making Brandon Storrs, who's their leading scorer, work extremely hard. I noticed that.
Yep.
So talk a little bit about that and what's the key to keep that going?
We just said we were going to frustrate him, right? He had 27 on Thursday night. He's leading the league in scoring, and he makes such tough shots. And we said that him, Ty, and Najee, we were going to do a good job trying to make them difficult and let Moss and some others beat us. So we'll adjust, they'll adjust, and ready for a great second half.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach. Thank you. Dylan, back to you.
Thanks, Oliver, and thanks, Pat, as well. 26 all. And a big reason why is this. Ratliff on the one side, and then here comes Carbucia the other way. From the Dominican Republic to the Bronx. And we are tied at 26. Another look. Ooh, Ratliff. The denial. Like his dad Theo did back in the days. And then Carbucia to the hole. That's how you play two-way basketball. We are tied at 26. It's the 97th CHSAA Intersectional Championship game, and it's all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any team looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
The loose ball, Keyshawn White has it. He's just going to let it fly. Oh! Keyshawn White from half court. That is cash. What a way to end the third quarter.
As West barks out the signals. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sports coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media's hype videos stand out with dynamic visuals and storytelling. Our primary goal is to create a memorable impression, excitement, and interest that encourages viewers to engage and participate. Our hype video can be shown on stadium video boards, social media, and school websites. Our hype videos are the perfect feature to get your community amped up for the team and the big game.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media @Varsity Media.
This is Jalen Brunson. You're watching Varsity Media.
Every day opens a new door to grow, to build relationships. Every moment, a chance to do more, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck. For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
Merrill, he's got room to go. Merrill towards the end zone. Lost his lid. Touchdown!
JJ Damo, face-on, stay-on athlete, controlling the face-off. That's 3 in a row now.
For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network. High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050.
Welcome back to Rose Hill Gymnasium. Dylan Butler, Oliver, and Tiwa, our entire Varsity Media crew. First half in the books. Oh, we are tied at 26. We take a look at some of those first half stats.
Yeah, and you see both teams are shooting 32 and 34% respectively. St. Raymond's a little better from three. Rebounding advantage goes to Stepinac. Both teams low turnovers, which is excellent. You want to see that. But points in the paint favors the taller Crusaders from White Plains.
And a big part of that is Danny Carbucia, right? Getting to the lane. And here's a guy, Brandon Stores, as well, had a big first half. But first, we take a look at Danny and his numbers. The assist a little bit down from what we've seen, right? But 6 points, 4 rebounds. Very, very active in that first half.
Yeah, and the spots on the floor that he's getting to shows you that he's being effective and getting guys in foul trouble. So they're not getting assists, but they're getting fouls on key guys because he's really causing a menace, which is why they went to the zone to keep him out of the lane.
And Brandon Stores on the other side. There's a good look at the Ravens leader. Solid first, struggled early, but got better as that half went on. You see those numbers, 8, 6, and 3 for St. Ray's all-time leading scorer.
And nice adjustment by him being patient because he started forcing things early on, not understanding that they're bringing 2 guys and even 3 guys to Stores on the floor. So good job. Have to be patient, has to trust his teammates, make the extra pass, and get somebody open.
So here we go. Quarter number 3 underway. Cadiel Moss drives, stops, too strong. He taps the rebound, take another deflection, and it will stay with St. Ray's.
And that was an interesting shot selection by the righty because he used his left on the runner instead of the right. So probably want to go with his dominant hand there.
Stores for 3. Side rim no good. The Ravens have flirted a couple times here. End of the second quarter and now the start of the third quarter with their first lead of the game. Still unable to do so.
And nice job by Stepinac defense. Every Stores shot has a hand in his face. So the scouting report is clear and the defense is executing it.
That pass whipped in a little bit too hard from Caressi to Ratliff. And it will be St. Ray's basketball. For Archbishop Stepinac, in previous years, like last year, you think about it, right? You had unquestioned leaders. You had maybe a future lottery pick in Boogie Flans and then Braylon Ritvo. They ran the show. And this year it's Carbucia alone with a lot of juniors. Foul called on the floor by Steve Salustio. So it's a different sort of look this year for Pat Massaroni. Said he and his staff have had to do a little bit more this year maybe than in previous years because there isn't that senior kind of committee leading the way.
Yeah, and since there have been a lot of games where they weren't really close, they didn't have to kind of have a go-to spot. So I was curious to see as this game gets tight who the go-to guy is going to be for them down the stretch.
Well, we know one of the go-to guys for St. Ray's. He's got the basketball right now. It's Ty Turnich. And there's Bess. They call him the Big 3. What a look down low. Big man to big man.
No, that can't be. He blocked it.
Well, either of two things happened there, and neither were called. That was either a block or a foul. Let's take another look.
Yeah,
this would be a good one from Matt McCower-Brown.
Yeah, that was definitely a block. He got ball.
Our veteran officiating crew maybe missed one there. Jervis for 3. He missed that one. So I guess ball don't lie. Stores, ooh, what a move. Stores to the hoop. And he goes back to the foul line with a chance to give the Ravens their first lead of the game.
Yeah, and he's just so good. You see the hesitation, the shot fake, blow by, attacks the basket, gets to the lane, draws the foul. And love to see that from him as he's showing his growth in his game. As a junior, he probably would have fired that 3-ball because it was open.
His first miss from the foul line. Stores first half, 2 of 8 from the field. Now 4 of 5 from the line. He's missed all 3 three-point attempts.
Got to take these free throws are important, especially in this game. Points are a premium.
And Oliver with 6:17 left, third quarter. St. Ray's has their first lead of the game. Jervis steps out. Here's Caressi. Drives, and there was a foul on the way there, said Anthony Carnaccio.
And Caressi is so quick with the ball, did a great job of driving it.
And all right, so they made the correction. Second personal on Turnage as a deep 2 by Ratliff.
Good sign for Stepinac. If he gets going, that just adds another dimension to their very talented offense.
Stores to Turnage. 4-3, in and out.
They ran the elevator play, which is to close the door screen, and Ty almost knocked it down. Good offense, but couldn't finish.
Great ball movement for the Crusaders. Caressi's 3 off the mark. Stolen by Rivera. Jervis, Rivera, 3. Front rim no good. Kamara unable to hold on to it, but now here comes Turnage. Foul line jumper, Stores, money. Timeout called by St. Ray's. Will take it with them as well.
Here's a beautiful transition offense here. Senior to senior, Todd looking for his go-to man. Hits Stores on the foul line, pull-up jump shot. Tickles the twine, timeout. St. Ray's with a 1-point lead.
You're watching the Catholic League Championship game right here on the Varsity Media.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Back here at Rose Hill Gymnasium. Dylan Butler, Oliver Antigua, the entire Varsity Media crew, and there's a look at Pat Massaroni's mother.
Doreen, yeah, coach had a tough loss this year, lost his dad. And Dad Rich was a huge supporter and ain't able to attend. And Dad was a big part of his family. Dad came to every game, always texted, called him out. Coached youth basketball, was an even keel guy, disciplined and organized, and always was positive with coach. And they never sat together because Doreen always screamed at the refs in 3 seconds. So Dad Rich sat somewhere else, and you know he knows he's looking down on him as he tries to make this run. And real special place in his heart. So condolences to the Massaroni family and everyone involved.
Yeah, Rich has Stores with the steal. Rich unexpectedly passed on February 12th. And he was the more, as basketball fans, right? Rich is Italian. He was more even keel. Doreen brought the Irish with her for every game, and no doubt bringing it again here. That's why Rich couldn't sit with Doreen during games.
You said that, not me. Just for the record.
Well, it's my heritage. I think I'm allowed to make those statements. St. Ray's with a 1-point lead. Here's Ratliff. Back to Carbuccia.
Trying to figure out the zone. Somebody's got to make a shot.
Rivera does just that.
You know, coach is going to stay in it. They have to make a couple, I guess, to get him out of it. See what happens down the stretch. But nice looking jump shot by the sophomore.
Turnage to Kamara, wants the ball right back. Tripped by Carbuccia.
It is physical out there, Dylan. Man to man. Both teams are competing. City championship on the line. This is where you really dig in and see what you're made of.
I think in those nice fancy seats that your brother Orlando's in. He's like, yeah, this is the way it used to be. You got to earn it.
That's right. St. Ray's, Coach Gary DeCesar. Shout out to the 1991, the first city championship team in St. Raymond's.
Yeah.
Orlando Antigua, Terrence Rencher, Book, Richardson.
And the tap back by Ibrahima Kamara. Tied again at 31.
Oh, back and forth we go. I love it. That's what you want, right, for the championship. One possession game, back and forth.
Pack Jim. The three, back rim, and playing volleyball off the backboard was Ratliff.
And that's one of the disadvantages of the zone. You have Ty on the weak side trying to box out a 6'9" Ratliff, advantage Stepinac.
His twin brother Darius, unfortunately, he's been out with a foot injury. The 6'11" junior. He was averaging 9.5 points a game. Kamara missed it inside. Battle for the loose ball. Caressi finds Jervis. Look at Jervis glide down the court. The extra pass to the corner. Bang! Rivera. A second triple in this quarter.
And he gets hot, he's dangerous, man. He hit the big time three against Iona Prep in overtime for the win, and there's no question he is a knockdown specialist.
Yeah, the light's not too bright for Josh Rivera. And there's another hand check. And Arnold Saunders has it against Carbucia. So he's picked up 2 in this quarter, and now he's got 3. Now you could rotate a lot of guys for the Stepinac team. You cannot rotate Danny Carbucia.
Yeah, I don't even know who plays the backup point.
It might be.
Like in 7 games I've watched. I mean, who's gonna?
I don't know.
He's got to go to Coco or somebody.
He's been on the floor.
It's like his whole career.
Yeah, I mean the other 4 rotate all around, right?
That's right.
And he's the constant. But he just gave a thumbs up to his bench. I think Masseroni's like, are you gonna be all right here? Cadillo Moss, no good. Loose ball. Rivera's like, I put it off of Cisse.
And you saw Ty, what he did right away. He tried to challenge him. He knew he has a 3rd foul. Couldn't get by him and kicked it. But that's something to watch on because even if someone tries to slide underneath him and get an offensive foul, you can get one on offense and defense. So a little risk here on Stepinac's part. We'll see how they do.
Jervis from the corner. Oh my! JJ Josiah Jervis. The lead now 8.
High major guard, Illinois, St. John's, Carolina, Rutgers, Xavier, St. Bonaventure, Kansas, UNC, all inquiring about the skill set of that young man.
Now important for the Ravens to get a basket. Cadillo Moss, he got a little bit too far underneath. However, it will be St. Ray's basketball.
Yeah, coach has got to get Stores and Ty involved right now. Right now, the role players are getting the shots, and it needs to go back to their 2 seniors. So I look for some kind of a wrinkle here to get those guys going.
And there's Stores. Good look to Cadillo Moss in the lane. Timeout, St. Ray's. It'll be a 30, so we'll keep it here with 63 seconds left in quarter number 3.
And good things happen when your senior gets the ball, because Ty caught that, and even though he was double teamed, that gave Moss a nice little jump shot hook.
As we take a look at the 10 previous champions here, and you see Joe Arbitello's Royals of Christ the King, they did the rare triple in 13, 14, and 15. And Stepinac, as we said, this their 6th consecutive trips, and they battled Cardinal Hayes, they battled Christ the King, they battled Hayes that second time. Hayes beat Malloy that first one. All Malloy had was a couple of NBA guys, right? Moses Brown, Cole Anthony, Joe Tucson, and Cardinal Hayes won it. But as you see, last 2 years, it's Pat Masseroni's Crusaders of Stepinac.
No easy feat. Hell of a coach. One of the best young bright minds that we have in the business. Does things the right way.
And we know
share the ball.
Baseline, Caressi up and under, no good. Cadillo Moss. And we know The guy who last won 3 in a row is rooting for the guy to try to get 3 in a row this time. As errant pass picked up by CHSAA, and he was fouled by Rivera. Excuse me, fouled by, yeah, it was Rivera.
A nice job by CHSAA to kind of hang around there, and Rivera was just a little too close for comfort.
But to that earlier point, right, Joe Obertello, Pat Massaroni, BFFs. And judging by our calls in the semifinals, I think Jimmy Lynch at St. Francis Prep rooting for George Lopez.
And you know, one of the things that Coach mentioned in our call, also how well together the staff is. When his dad passed away, he mentioned Coach Lopez, Coach Phil, Arbitello, Coach Frere all came to the wake, showed a lot of class, and was very moved by that.
Yeah, so they did not need to do that. I mean, some of these teams, right, they've beaten, right, and they're all competitors, and they all want to win every game they play. But he said it's one of the things that makes this league so special, as CHSAA goes 1 of 2.
Big possession here for St. Raymond's, down 5. Got to get a stop. Looks like they're going to this matchup zone again. You must box out and rebound out of it, as you've got a guard at the baseline there. It's going to be at a disadvantage on one of these guys.
Here's Carbucia.
Trying to screen the zone.
Yeah, playing with 3 fouls. He'll drive. Did a little hezzy. Ratliff blocked. We go the other way. Half court. Stores. No. So we were tied after 2, Oliver. But thanks to some hot shooting by the Crusaders, Stepinac has the 5-point lead after 3.
And Josh Rivera was knocking them down. A couple triples here from the corner. The sweet stroke tickles the twine. Gives the Crusaders the lead.
Money quarter from Fordham University coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who, in big ways and small, improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Welcome back. There's some legends, huh, in the good seats. See Slice, Barry Rorson, right? You saw
2 guys in Illinois there. Look familiar?
a little bit, right? Ray Nash as well, holding court, of course.
The king. Ray Nash, I call him the king.
So here we go, 4th quarter. And of course, also right next to the king, Tom Pecora, head coach of Quinnipiac. He's got those Bobcats going.
First place in the MAC.
Great look down low, and Ratliff with the finish.
Excellent screen against the zone with the roll. Beautiful touch pass. And the big fella knows what to do with it, Dylan.
41-34. Flashing to the foul line. Cuddy Moss back out to Turnage. The look, Stores. He scores down low. And then a collision with he and Ratliff.
And a lot of contact there. Great pass on St. Raymond's to find Taj. Gets it in the back of the zone. And definitely contact after the shot. It's a play on from the refs, and fans are trying to get excited here to get some defensive stops for the Ravens.
Yeah, on this side of the ball, Stores, I was watching, turned around to his guys, clapped emphatically as if to say, let's get a stop now. Carbucia guarded by Stores. That was the matchup in the Archdiocese Championship. Here's Jervis. Carbucia, no good. Stores the rebounds. Stores the kick. Turnage for 3, in and out. Caressi, the rebound, knocked away by Stores. It'll be Stepinac basketball.
And that's great execution. Just two seniors are touching the rock, and wide open look. Not going to get easier than that. In and out, almost went down. Stepinac still has the lead.
Cadio Moss, good job cutting off the baseline. Carbucia. Force it inside. And Cadio Moss affected that shot by Caressi. So now if you're the Ravens, you got 2 stops. Cadio Moss, open 3. Count it! The Ravens Nation excited on that one. We've got a 2-point ball game.
And if you have Moss as your leading scorer today at St. Raymond's, you are playing with house money. What a shooting effort tonight by the junior.
16 points, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Jervis, baseline, short. Cadio Moss, the rebound. Here comes the Ravens. Stores, lowers the shoulder. Stores! Flex, young man. We are tied at 41. Stores implores St. Ray's Nation to get loud, and that's what they do in the Boogie Down Bronx.
What do you need if you're down? Get the ball to the all-time leading scorer. The Bodega knows what to do with it. Attack mode, draws the contact, and the finish. We are tied in flexes. What a ball game, Dylan. What a ball game. Here's another look at it. Great job, acrobatic, fades away, shows the guns.
St. Ray's, they've made 10 appearances in this game, and they have 7 championships to their name. First one, you have to go back to 1991. That was a 70-60 win over Bishop Loughlin. 2 years later, they beat Monsignor McClancy. Then 1994, the loss to Felipe Lopez and Rice. A year later, a loss to Christ the King by 4. In 2000, a win over Rice. 2001, overtime, double overtime over Malloy. 2003, a win over Christ the King. 2004, a win over Zavarian. In 2007, a 3-point loss to Christ the King. And in 2012, Kerwin Acaro, Daniel Dingle, heck, even Myron Hickman on the St. Ray's bench, part of that win over Holy Cross, 66-58.
And we call that the Redeem team. Those kids played their tails off and got the championship back.
Carbucia to the basket.
And that's a big-time attack from the senior. Beautiful scoop. He does all kind of damage when he's driving.
And now the Jungle with chance of defense. Turnage for 3. He was fouled. Caressi called for the foul. And Pat Massaroni, I think,
demonstrating. He's doing some kind of footwork over there.
I thought he was saying I could play soccer. I wasn't sure.
No, he said he got the leg out.
So now Ty Turnage to shoot 3. It has been a struggle from the field for Turnage. He's 1 of 8. And from the field, 1 of 6 from 3. But from the foul line, where he is so comfortable. Good look at Dad, Billy. He is now 3 of 4. Make it 4 of 5.
Big time free throws by the senior. Sometimes the ball doesn't go in, but he plays defense, he runs the offense, and he's the leader, no doubt, of this crew.
And he gives the Ravens another lead. St. Ray's up by 1. Chance of defense.
Back into the matchup.
Rivera, he was hot in the 3rd quarter, misses the 3. Stores rips down the rebound. Turnage imploring Stores to get him the basketball. Stores is like, yeah, me too. Give it back to me. How many games have Stores and Turnage played together? They were both on varsity as freshmen when St. Ray's, they were sub 500. And in this day and age when Guys transfer out of nothing. Creole Moss, the three, no good. The tap back, but over the back will be called on Stores. In this day and age when guys transfer for seemingly nothing, these two stayed. They stayed in the Parkchester section of the Bronx. They stayed with St. Ray's.
Quality kids, great families, doing about the right things, and not surprised that they led this team to the championship. And great job all around by those young men.
Here's Carbusia. Tries to get it down low. Caressi gets that loose ball. Perry the offensive rebound, and he will go to the line. I think St. Ray's has done a good job negating the athleticism of Stepinac, but Stepinac back getting 1 and 2 and 3 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and that's where you see the size advantage. And Perry, the junkyard dog, is battling as much as he can. Nobody's given an inch, Dylan. It's a physical game, and Perry was able to secure it and get the foul. Big free throws coming.
First by Perry is good. Out of Bergenfield, New Jersey. On the season, 5.6 points, 5.4 rebounds, shooting 61% from the foul line this season.
Valuable piece, does all the dirty work. Great size for a power forward.
Siena, Manhattan, Quinnipiac, FDU, Columbia, Yale. All keeping an eye out for Dylan Perry. He's given Stepinac the 1-point lead. We go back and forth with the lead now. Stores off balance, no good. Loose ball, Turnage. Best passes up the three. Now he's surrounded. He needs some help. Loses it. George Lopez was about half a second away from calling timeout. And this will be Stepinac basketball. But hang on a second. The original call was made by Anthony Carnaccio.
Yeah,
and Steve Salucio corrects him. That's the right call.
Nice job they got together there. You hate with 3 minutes to go for something like that to happen. Obviously, Danny lost it and was the last to touch it. But St. Ray's has got to move the basketball, run good offense here, make the defense work. They're trying to go to ISO, but you see Ratliff just sitting there. He's going to help.
Turnage. Creole Moss sets the screen. Carbusia stays right with him. The kick to Bess. And back out to Brandon Stores. Stores. That is his money shot. Misses it though.
And he's got to get a little closer so when he fades, he's not that far out. That time, you can see he's a little fatigued, man. They're making him work really hard. That's why he came up short.
Carbusia fires it down low. The extra kick, Jervis. Side rim, no good. Creole Moss, the rebound. And here comes Turnage. 2:38 left. It's a 1-point ball game. Turnage, Bess. Creole Moss for three. In, out, in. Ay, caramba!
Are you kidding me? Holy cow!
Carbusia then fouled by number 42, who picks up his third.
And with all the excitement of the main basket, you gotta get back and stop the ball. The one guy you can't let get to the basket is Carbusia. Big mistake there on defense by St. Ray's, and the kids are gassed. You see Stores holding his shorts, Kamara holding his shorts. They're talking to Ty. Kareem Reed and some words of encouragement.
Yeah, Kareem Reed, a legend for St. Ray's. That free throw missed by Carbusia.
And this is the one area that he needed to improve on. Not a great free throw shooter. 55% on the year, although he's been shooting it much better the last few games.
This is his first trip to the foul line today. There you see his numbers on the year. 4-year starting point guard, misses them both. 2-point ball game, 2:13 remaining. Turnage to Stores, guarded by Caressi. Bully ball. Stores lost the dribble though. Stores!
Are you serious? That had no double teamed, rised up, and still got the jump shot off.
Largest lead of the game for the Ravens. Perry lost it on the baseline. St. Raymond's basketball. Rivera. He was checking in, now he's not. And Stepinac out of necessity here, picking up full court, but it's a soft one. Here's CHSAA.
There's only two people that need to shoot, number 4 and number 14. Wow.
So George Lopez tried his best. He wanted to call the timeout. The jump ball was called. Possession, though, does stay with St. Ray's.
Very lucky there. That could have been a turnover. What I was saying, Dylan, 14 and 4 the rest of the way. You got to go.
42.
He's done his job.
Kadiel Moss is 5 of 8 from beyond the arc, 19 points. Turnage, high off the glass. Kadiel Moss, the rebound. Put back, no good. Turnage!
The smallest guy on the floor. Are you kidding me? Offensive rebound put back by the senior. The Ravens are trying to pull up the upset.
Jervis, front rim, no good. Carbucci gets the rebound. Jervis for 3, count it! Time out. Stepinac and will take it with them as well. 56 seconds left, buckle up. It's gonna be a good one down the stretch. You're watching it all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
He's got room to go. Merrill towards the end zone. Lost his lid. Touchdown!
JJ Damo, face on, stay on athlete. Controlling the faceoff. That's 3 in a row now.
Fordham University inside the final minute of quarter number 4. St. Ray's ball, and they've got the lead, 51-48. Dylan Butler, Oliver Antigua on the call. Luis Kadiel Moss, the game of his life to this point. Turnage open, goes baseline, the kick to Bess.
Smart play by Bess. And no one rush to have a 3-point lead.
And now St. Ray's Nation rises. 35 seconds left. Turnage gets it back. Kadiel Moss with 5. Rejected. CHSAA. Kadiel Moss has got to let it go. Kadiel Moss, no good. Tap back, no good by Stores. Loose ball. Here comes Carbucci the other way. Ahead of the field. Perry, count it, and the foul.
What a big time basket. Danny pushing it. Stores almost gets the putback. They battle for the loose ball. Carbucci is a jet. He speeds up the court, hits Dylan for the break. The hoop, the harm, and the foul. A chance to tie it.
And Perry, to this point, 4 for 4 from the foul line. And George Lopez wants to ice him. So full timeout for the Ravens as we take a look at their bench. And Brandon Stores, you see him there, take a look at his updated stats. 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Solid overall numbers for the leader of the Ravens.
And right now in this huddle, coach is going over scenarios. You're either going to be up 1 or tied with 13 seconds to go. He's going to set up his press offense, make sure you got a good set, what to run, and go to win your city championship.
And Luis Carrillo-Moss, how about 19-6? What a game for him. A season high for Carrillo-Moss.
And the biggest game of his career.
Yep.
Impressive performance by the junior. Jump ball possession goes to Stepinac. Both teams have timeouts left if they get in trouble. And I got to see either Ty or Storrs taking his last second shot here if I'm St. Raymond's.
So here comes Perry. A massive free throw for the junior. Makes it. Money. Timeout for Stepinac.
And what Pat did there, he didn't want to talk about what-if scenarios. Veteran move by the coach. It was all about the free throw. He knew he had an extra timeout. Now he's talking about his defense, and he knows what the scenario is. Tie ball game. We're going to press soft, maybe. Don't gamble. Keep everybody in front of you and defend like your life depends on it.
What a game this has been here at Fordham University. And if you like what you see, well, then you too can contact Varsity Media and have us produce a sportscast for your team. That includes announcers like Oliver Antigua, graphics, instant replays, multiple camera angles. It'll be a memory that your team will enjoy for a lifetime. You can either holler at us up here, because Ben Turchin is here, or you can call him at 516-403-2050, or maybe email him at ben@varsitymedia.net. 13.7 seconds left. The crowd standing for these epic final seconds of the fourth quarter, tied at 51. It is St. Ray's ball. Now, if you've been in this situation, do you get something good to score, or are you holding for the last shot, making sure that Stepinac cannot get the basketball?
You actually want to shoot the ball with about 4 seconds to go, so if you miss, you get an offensive rebound putback. But with 13 seconds, not a lot of time, that's a foul.
And Stepinac did have fouls to give, so that's only their second. They're 3 away from sending St. Ray's to the bonus.
So they're going to keep doing this, shorten that clock, and then probably play it out, is my anticipation.
Back to Turnage. Ooh, nearly lost the ball. Turnage with 7, and he was fouled. So Ratliff gets his second, team's third. So they could still foul again.
As long as it's not an active shooter, you got to be careful.
Correct.
Now with 5 seconds, I would run something going to the rim so that they can't foul you. With 5 seconds and the ball have court side action.
That's like the Bronx Tale, right? Now you just can't leave.
Can't leave. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm Coach Lopez, I'm setting some kind of box action with a back screen, looking for a lob for Storrs. Because now if they go to foul, I'm in the active shooting. Nice job by Stepinac to cut 7 seconds off this clock.
We told you about St. Raymond's history in this game. It's a more recent history for Stepinac. As you mentioned, their 6th consecutive appearance. You go back, and Pat Masseroni references a loss to Malloy in overtime in the semifinals. They didn't think he'd get back to this stage, and yet, again, 6th straight appearance. It started in 2018 with a win over Christ the King. Following year, they lost to the Royals. In 2022, they lost to Cardinal Hayes. That game was out at Hofstra. A year later, they beat Cardinal Hayes and Ian Jackson and Elijah Moore. That was at St. John's. And then last year, they beat Nazareth on this court in the Bronx. Can Danny Carbucia edge up a little bit more magic? What he wants right now is a stop defensively.
It looks like they're going to stagger for Ty here. Stores is the inbounder.
He's got to get it in, Stores. And there is Turnage. And he's fouled with 3.6 seconds left. Now, Massaroni says, now you guys can't foul. No fouls. The next one would send St. Ray's to the line for 2.
This is a get the ball to Stores, quick rip, and attack the basket.
Cleo Moss to inbound. Stores under the basket, or excuse me, in the high post right now. Gets the ball. Stores for 3 for the win. Short. Kamara unable to get the rebound. And for the first time since 2010, the Catholic League Championship game, Oliver, is going to overtime.
And Stores was trying to get something going to the basket, but Caressi, excellent job of forcing him way out. Misses the shot. We got bonus basketball in the Bronx.
And we'll take a timeout here. We'll reset, and we'll have overtime when we return here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any team looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
The loose ball, Keyshawn White has it. He's just going to let it fly. Oh! Keyshawn White from half court. That is cash! What a way to end the third quarter!
As West barks out the signals. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sports coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
And back at Rose Hill Gymnasium, Dylan Butler, Oliver Antigua, our entire Varsity Media crew. It's overtime here for the 97th edition of the Catholic High School Basketball League Championship. Stepinac, St. Ray's tied at 51. First overtime, Oliver, since 2010, which was one of the greatest Catholic League Championship games that I've ever watched. That was 3 overtimes when Christ the King beat Bishop Lachlan. Josiah Jervis for 3.
Great sign if you see that going down. Coaches are getting his bench involved, and Stepinac strikes first in OT.
Jervis with 17 now, 5 of 11 from beyond the arc. And I hope for your sake, Oliver, this doesn't go to triple overtime, because you've got a flight to the DR coming up.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about this.
Stores foul line, short. Now advantage Stepinac. Hope you're not checking your bags. Here's Carbucia. The kick in the corner. 3, bang! Caressi! And back-to-back triples to start the extra session has Stepinac up by 6.
And now you're seeing why this is one of the best teams in New York City. They got so many guys, so many weapons. First it was Jervis, now it's Caressi. They're trying to deliver the knockout blow in overtime.
And again, that's for Stepinac, that's what you get, multiple guys. Jervis with 5 threes, Caressi with 2, Rivera with 2. And it hasn't even been the best shooting day from beyond the arc, right? Ratliff usually involved. And you're right, it's the size, it's the length, it's Carbucia running the show, it's the depth, and it is the ability for multiple guys to shoot 3-pointers. And the spacing is excellent.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, to beat a team like this, you really have to be on your A game. You got to make all your shots. You got to capitalize on your possessions, and because before you know it, in a blink of an eye, they knock down 2 threes. And this feels like a 10-point lead in this game.
Now the pressure back on the Ravens. And they're not thinking it right now, but you have to wonder, right? Did you miss your opportunity there at the end of regulation, right? To slay the champs.
No question about it.
Listen, I'm a big Wire fan, right? And what's the saying, right? If you come for the king, you best not miss.
That's right.
Here's Turnage. A big possession. The Ravens, the lefty, no good. Kamara does a great job to track down that loose ball. And that is the 5th foul against Stepinac. So Ibrahima Kamara will go to the foul line.
And that's an interesting matchup. Caressing Stores using his long arms to really challenge him on his fadeaway. Coach went for the ISO in the middle of the floor, which is great offense, but good defense. But Kamara with the hustle play gets a chance to.
Kamara on the season shooting 42% from the line. Misses his first. This is his first trip to the foul line this game. Good look there at Najee Bess. There you see his numbers on the season. 4 points, 5 rebounds. Again, splitting time for most of the year with Luis Carrillo-Moss.
And Coach Lopez loves this kid. High praise for him and his ability to come in and transfer and help and do all the dirty work.
Big one there. Ends a little bit of a run here as the the Ravens pick up full court.
They're going to have to guard man. They're down, so they can't stay in that zone. So Stepinac needs to execute in the half court. St. Ray's needs to stop in the bad way.
Here's Carpucci. Good flash by Ratliff. A lot of contact. No foul. Referee's letting him play. Bess scoops it. Kamara!
And Bess did a great job of not selling for the 3. Drove the ball, was looking for contact, missed the bunny, but Kamara with the effort. Huge 4 points by the junior.
3-point ball game now. Carbucia inside the final 2 minutes of the first overtime period.
They're going ball screen with their top 2 guys here.
Carbucia. What a look down low. A lot of contact there. Perry will go back to the foul line. Fouled by Moss. This will be Luis Carrillo's 4th.
And Danny with the great eyes behind his head. Dylan cuts back door, and Moss has no other option but to foul hard to avoid him scoring the basket.
And it was Perry knocking down a huge free throw late in regulation, which helped force overtime. 5 for 5 from the line. Misses his first. The broadcaster's jinx.
I figured you would say something like that. Well, how about this game? Kids are battling, playing hard on both ends. What a championship game. What a treat for the viewers at Varsity Media.
4-point lead for Stepinac.
Not a lot of time, St. Ray's. You got to go quick.
Carbucia waving the arms, making himself bigger. Turnage, Luis Carrillo-Moss for 3. No good. Loose ball. Where do we go? Stays with St. Ray's. 13 on the shot clock. 1:07 on the game.
13 seconds here. Ty's got to get something going quick, but Stepinac has been playing incredible defense.
Stores gets it right back from Kamara. Back to Turnage. Stores, he wants the return pass. Turnage splits defenders. A blocking foul is called by Arnold Saunders.
And such a smart, heady play by the senior. Knows not a lot of time left. Tries to draw something out of nothing and was fortunate to get a hip check.
Caressi picks up his 4th. Turnage back to the foul line. 10 points for Ty in this game. Make it 11. 5 of 6 from the foul, or make it 6 of 7 now for Turnage from the foul line.
And he is so clutch, and a good point guard has to make free throws, as they're in always with the possession late in the game.
And he goes 1 of 2. 3-point ball game, Stepinac basketball inside the final minute of the first overtime period.
Coach calls his set. He's got his veteran running the ship. They're going to take this down. St. Ray's is going to try to trap him, force their hand.
Open 3. Back rim no good. Ratliff the rebound. And he was fouled. That foul against Khalil Moss, and he has fouled out of this game.
And St. Ray's try to speed him up with a little run and jump. Jervis got a good look, but weak side rebounding is available. The size of Adonis is just hard to deal with. Advantage, Stepinac.
Yeah, so Khalil Moss fouls out with 19 points, a career high for Luis Khalil Moss, but he fouls out with 32 seconds left in overtime. Now that foul was the 5th team foul against St. Ray's, so that will send Ratliff to the foul line. He has not been there today. On the season, 79%.
These are huge free throws here if you want to give yourself a little breathing room.
And the first money. You saw on that graphic his numbers on the season. 12.5 points, 8.5 rebounds as well, and he makes them both.
That is just clutch from your 6'9" junior.
5-point ball game. St. Ray's needs to get something in a hurry. They go to Best, one of the best 3-point shooters in the city, misses it. Leaking out is Caresi, and he'll be wise to just hold on. You've got to foul if you are St. Ray's. And they do. And now the fans who have made their trip from White Plains and beyond getting excited. They sense perhaps Stepinac now, seconds away from a 3rd consecutive city championship. Caresi makes the first.
And now it's a 6-point game, and there is mom celebrating, crying for a boy.
What scenes here in the Bronx? He makes them both. 16 seconds left. Turnage. Got to get something quick here. Turnage takes the 3, knocks it down. 7 seconds left. And I think we might have more time put up on the clock as Anthony Carnaccio and Steve Salustio have a conversation. Or did they say that was a foul there on Stores? And it was.
Yeah, loose
I mean,
ball.
not the worst thing.
Yeah. Trying to extend the game. Try to go 3 for 2.
And this time Adonis misses. 4-point game though. It's now a 5-point game, 30-second timeout for Stepinac. Oliver, you know this better than most. It is hard to win a single A championship in this league, right? There's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of good players. It's not just skill. Sometimes luck is involved, right? Maybe the ball doesn't bounce your way that day. But Archbishop Stepinac, they are 5.9 seconds away from winning 3 consecutive championships in their 6th consecutive trip to the final. That is remarkable.
And if you wasn't sure who the king of the jungle was, look no further than White Plains, because what he's been able to do with his staff and his program has set the benchmark as the new kids on the block.
Well, Massaroni goes right down his bench. He said to make it to 6 championships, it's a collective effort. It takes a village, and that includes support from the administration. It includes support from families, the team, all the way down to the managers. Storrs, his last high school shot is a 3, but it is Archbishop Stepinac celebrating the championship. The Crusaders have won a 3rd consecutive title. They win this one 63-61 in overtime. And the Kings reign from White Plains yet again. The two teams line up. Good look there at Pat Massaroni. Great respect between these two programs. And for St. Ray's, a difficult pill to swallow. They made it all the way to the final for the first time since 2012. But the ending is not what they hoped it would be. And you never want to think of what if or what could have been. As you see Ty Turnage, the emotion for him and Storrs right now, the realization their high school careers are over. But you don't want to think about what could have been. But again, there was an opportunity there. At the end of regulation, they were unable to capitalize. And those tears, it means you cared, certainly, and it means you put a lot into this over the course of your career.
And congratulations to Brandon Storrs and Ty Turnage. An incredible run at St. Raymond's. First class all the way. Got back to the final. Nothing to be down about. Lost to a better team. Hats off to Stepinac.
So St. Ray's unable to get an 8th championship, and you see the raw emotion from those Ravens in their 11th appearance. They're now 7-4 in championship games. George Lopez, in his first trip as a head coach, unable to do what Gary DeCesar and Oliver Antigua did before them. We'll send it down courtside for the PA announcer for our award ceremony.
First, ladies and gentlemen, the players are selected for the CHSAA playoff all-tournament team by the members of the media who have covered this year's CHSAA playoffs. The following players have been named to the 2025 CHSAA playoff all-tournament teams. From St. Francis Prep, Pierre Anthony. From Christ the King, from Archbishop Stepinac on Goddess Wrestling. From St. Raymond Ravens, Ty Turnage. From Archbishop Stepinac, Danny Carluccia. And from St. Raymond's, Brandon Storrs. Ladies and gentlemen, the most valuable player of the 2025 CHSAA for the all-tournament team from Archbishop Stepinac, Josiah Gervin. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the all-league tournament team. Round of applause. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we will present the CHSAA finalists, the second place team awards to the members of the Ravens of St. Raymond. Number 0, Zaire Marcy. Number 2, Najee Lopez. Number 3, Joe Fuentes. From the second team all-league, number 4, Ty Turney. Number 5, Hassan Cisse. Number 11, Francis Costano. Number 13, Jacob Dyson. From the first team all-league, number 14, Brandon Stores. Number 22, Kane Lewis. Number 23, Juwan Johnson. Number 30, Elvis Crespo. Number 33, Ibrahim Kamara. And number 42, Louis Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, to accept the CHSAA finalist team plaque, their head coach for the Ravens, Mr. Jorge Lopez. He's assisted by Gerald Cole, Byron Hickman, Chris Williams, Kareem Green, Rob Young, Athletic Director Benjamin Geary. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the Ravens of St. Raymond. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the 2020-25 CHSAA back-to-back-to-back AA intersection match. The Crusaders from the first team all-league, number 0, Danny Carbuccia. Number 1, Jordan Archibald. Number 2, Amir Smith. From the third team all-league, number 3, Adonis Ratcliffe. Number 4, Josh Rivera. Number 5, Hassan Wesley. Number 10, Kevin Perry. And ladies and gentlemen, the rotating CHSAA Championship Trophy has been given to the CHSAA Intersectional Champion since 1928. Accepting this very prestigious trophy is the head coach of Stepinac, Mr. Patrick Maspeth.
We will send it down now courtside. Oliver Antigua with Danny Carbucia and the MVP, Josiah Jervis.
And Josiah Jervis from the city champion Stepinac. Danny, I'm going to start with you as the leader of this team, the senior, set the tone, ran the show all year long. Congratulations. Talk about this win and what it means to you and your team about back-to-back-to-back city titles.
I mean, it means everything. You know, coming to this game, a lot of people was doubting us. Don't know why. You know, we've been having a great year, so we just know we have to come out here and show everybody what we got.
Excellent. Josiah, big-time game today, knocking down shots, showing you why you're one of the best shooters in the city. Congratulations. Talk about your game today and why you were so locked in for your guys.
You know, championship game, had to come out, bring out my all, you know, and that's what I did.
Okay, well, congratulations, both of you. City champions to Stepinac, Kings of the Castle, 3 in a row. Coach Massaroni, congratulations, great job. Dylan, back to you.
And what a moment for those Crusaders. As Oliver just said, 3 consecutive championships. Congratulations to Pat Massaroni, his entire coaching staff as well. He shouted those guys out, so they were a big part of all of this. And of course that includes associate head coach Rodney Swain, his assistant coaches Alan Shepard and Alexis Nunez. And congratulations again, Pat Massaroni and the Crusaders. The year might change, but the end result does not. Archbishop Stepinac wins another CHSAA championship game. A look at our final stats for this one, and you see a lot of, listen, when it's a close game, the numbers are going to be similar, but Stepinac shot just a little bit better from the field, from 3, rebounds even. They, in fact, they actually had 3 additional turnovers, but look at the time with the lead. Stepinac, they were comfortable with the lead. They didn't wilt when St. Ray's had the lead. And in overtime, it was the champs who shone the brightest. Archbishop Stepinac winning this championship. And that'll do it here for us. What a moment for Stepinac. They do it again. They win a third consecutive championship. And those scenes that we see at the end, they are familiar and they do not get old. Congratulations again to Archbishop Stepinac. They are your CHSAA champions. That ends our coverage of the 97th edition of the CHSAA Intersectional Championship. For our executive producer, Ben Turchin, technical director, Chris Sweeney, assistant director, Becca Kazaks. How about Ron Pierre, Kevin Catalanato, and Matt McCower-Brown, bringing you all those unbelievably moving images. For my broadcast partner, Oliver Antigua, Dylan Butler, saying thanks for joining us from Rose Hill Gymnasium. And we look forward to seeing you next time right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.